Welcome to Bottom Line with Roni and Byron. And we are here today with our Getting to Know segment, getting to know the candidate, that is. And today we have Cephas Granberry, who is a candidate for the Jackson County School Board member, District 1. Welcome to the show, Cephas.
Hi, thank you. Thank you.
I want to make sure that everybody knows that this election is coming up and they will be voting in August for District 1 school board member. And as I said, Cephas Granberry is a candidate. So we're going to get right into it. And Cephas, give us your current role because you are employed with the Jackson County School Board right now.
Yes. Currently, I am the fleet manager for the transportation department for Jackson County. In that role, I am the on-site coordinator for the transportation department throughout the whole district. We make sure the routes are covered. We do the routing of the buses and actually assigns the stops and making sure that the buses are kept up as far as that. So I'm in charge of the day-to-day operations at the transportation department there in Mariana, or here in Mariana, but we service all schools through this department. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so better known as the bus barn, right? That's what we call it.
Yeah,
the bus barn. All right, so how long have you been in that role?
This is my third year in this particular role. I came here in the 2018-19 school year. Mm-hmm.
Okay, and tell us about, I know we've had you in other roles serving the students here. Tell us about those.
Okay. I've been in so many different roles in the school district. I started in 1993, started as a bus driver, and I did that several years, and then I transferred into the schools and became a paraprofessional and paraprofessional / bus driver for the Sunland School. And while I was there at Sunland, I then promoted to the data entry operator. And I worked in that role for several years, from 99 until 2008. And at that time, in 2008, I transferred to the district office and worked in student services. And while in that role, I also served as the district volunteer coordinator, the public relations coordinator for the district, as well as I did the news and views for the school district up under Mr. Benton's first administration. And I did that until I transferred here to the bus garage. So I was there from 2008 till 2018.
So you have a lot of history here with the Jackson County School Board. So how many years is that? Let's add it up.
That is at the end of this school year, I will have completed 29 years.
Wow.
Next school year, the Lord delay his coming, I'll be into my 30th year with Jackson County School District as an employee.
Wow, that's pretty impressive. You don't find that these days, people staying in a job that long.
Yeah.
So with all that experience, is that what gave you the desire to run for school board member District 1?
Absolutely. That plus the fact that I am a service-oriented person. I want to help people, and I feel like in each of my roles throughout my career, I have continued to assist people in their educational desires of the students, the parents, fellow employees, the administration. I've worked hand in hand with all facets of the school district, and I've been even working with the board members and the superintendent. The only thing that I had not done is sat on the other side of the table, and worked long with helping make the policies and procedures for the school district. Now, I've presented before the school board as on several different occasions. However, as far as sitting there and representing the community and the stakeholders as a board member, I have not done. And I feel like that I have a lot to offer. I can bring a different perspective and help move Jackson County in an upward fashion. We're a true district that has developed and put out some great doctors and lawyers and teachers and all facets of society, and I want to continue that. I'm nearing the end of my career, but I'm no way trying to stop working. I'm gonna work till I die.
So you just keep it going, huh? So let me ask this: being that you have all this experience and you've been around, for a long time in the school district, what would you say is the most needed area at this point in 2022?
One of the most areas that I feel like we need to make sure that we don't forget is education is very important, but on top of that is forming a good all-round citizen is just as important. A respectful, knowledgeable, and productive citizen into this society is important to me. You can get all the education you want, but if you don't know how to treat people, if you don't know how to respond to situations in a positive way, and if you don't also know how to speak up for yourselves and stand up for yourself and know what you're talking about, then I feel like then you are being shortchanged.
Right.
I think it's very important that when our students leave our system, they are ready to face what this society has, this world has. We need to equip them all the way, make them well-rounded,
So how do you propose that translates into the classroom of getting them equipped for the world?
To getting them equipped for the world is real life situations. Letting them know that what they're coming up against, letting them experience, taking them out into the workforce, just educating them on how to do some of the simple stuff. We have a lot of children, students now that they don't know what it is to, when you tell them to sign their name. That it bothers me when a person, when you ask a student to sign their name and they print it.
Well, that's because they took cursive writing out of the school. I mean,
and I
teach that, yeah.
However, yes, they did take that out, and but just because it was all taken out at the state level doesn't mean that it's not needed when it comes to real life situations.
Right.
And I think our home plays a large role in getting our students ready as well. Now, I'm not putting all of this responsibility on the education system. Home plays a large role in it as well. I'm a parent, and some things I did not wait for the school to teach my children.
You tell yourself.
I think that the home needs to take their seat at the table.
So let me ask you this, Sifu. So let's take that example that you just gave. There's so many others that kids are lacking as far as real life skills. So just take that example, cursive writing. How do you propose that the school address that, being that is not currently being taught? How do you address that as a school board member? Can you propose something, or what are your ideas?
My idea is there's always some time in the day that children can be introduced to new things. I know that the day is packed with standards but if we have time to have some of our parties and some of our extra stuff that we do, every so often we can introduce them to some of the stuff such as cursive writing. I mean, it doesn't take a whole track of or a whole semester, or I mean, just introduce it. Yeah. Just some of that time that we use to do other things. I think we need to just use it for a fun day or a fun time, because that's just one thing. Now the curse, like I said,
others. Yeah,
there's many other things, and teachers are very smart. They know how to integrate things other than the standards into their curriculum. Now they don't have a whole lot of time, but there's some time that we can get our children ready for some of the stuff that is not always taught in the schools, and the school can help, as like I said, as well as the home.
So is it safe to say that if you were elected as District 1 school board member for Jackson County, that you would look into implementing some of these life skills, or encouraging teachers across the board to kind of introduce things like cursive writing and other things? Is that something like a project you would take on?
That is something that I would like to see happen. Yes.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
I would definitely spark it and make it a topic of discussion.
Mm-hmm. That's good. Along with writing checks, balancing checkbooks, I'm sure that's.
Now, I do know that the governor has put a requirement in about the financial literacy, talking about credit and credit scores. So there is a piece that has been added to the required curriculum for our students that addresses budgets, finance, such as that. But even that, I think we as a local government, as a local school district, we've got to go above and beyond and do what we can to make our people ready.
Yeah, more equipped. Yeah.
More equipped, because this is real out here. Life is a challenge, and we've got to step up to the challenge and get our children ready to go into this world and not be unequipped. I want to be able to have given them some experiences that they'll have to face when they become adults.
Right. So let's talk specifically about District 1. So people will know, everybody knows that there was some redistricting that took place with the school board as well as the county commissioner. The school board map does put Graceful School in District 1, which currently will be served by whoever wins the election. So there are some concerns now about Graceful School. A lot of talk and chatter about what's going on. Can you give us kind of like an update of just the facts of what's going on surrounding Graceful School?
I don't actually know all of the facts of what's going surrounding the school. I do know that some of the things that's going on, and one of the things is obvious is the fact that there is a steady decline in enrollment. And one thing we can students run schools, or enrollment drives schools. No students, no school.
Right.
So and it takes a certain number of students to make a school profitable. I mean, if you don't have enough students to generate the funds to operate the school, then it does cause for some actions to be taken to protect the interest of the school district. I mean, it's a business, and it has to be self-sustaining. And if the students leave, then the school is not profitable, or it's not breaking even, I guess is what really what you wanted. So it costs more money to keep it open than it does to close it. Right. So from the little information that I have, that's one of the concerns right now that's going on in District 1 is the survivorship of the Graceville school.
So what we do know now that it will be open for 2022, 2023. We know that. So there was a lot of talk, but the Graceville school will remain open for next year.
Absolutely. The school will be functioning for the 2022-2023 school year. However, during this school year, there will be some hard looking and some hard studies going to see just what direction I'm sure the school district will need to go in. I mean, there's so many things that plays into it. I mean, we have, just from my department, in the transportation department, we have 6 buses that transport students up there that cost money. And
wait, that transport students to Graceville?
Yes. I mean, the Graceville buses have to run the routes to take the students to the school.
And it's a total of 6. I was just kind of just wondering about the number. So, okay.
Yes, 6 buses. And that is, we don't need those buses running up and down the road if there's no students on.
Right.
So
would you guys combine some of those buses for next year? Have been talks about that?
That is something we'll be looking at this summer, to see how we can, make sure. Actually, what we want to do is we want to keep them, fill them up.
Yeah, ideally, yeah.
That's what we want, but
yeah.
But definitely be looking at whether we will combine some routes, eliminate some, and still serve our students in the best way possible.
So let me ask you this: as a candidate for school board member District 1 for Jackson County, most people know that a lot of kids are going to other schools, namely Poplar Springs. Some are going to Chipley, in that area. So if Jackson County is going to, take on this issue, I would venture to say there's some type of campaign that needs to take place as far as reaching out to the parents to encourage them to bring the students back to Graceville School. Would you agree?
I do agree, and I think that is in the making. There is a town hall meeting scheduled for May 24th. There at the school. I think it starts at 4:30, somewhere in that area. I can get you the exact time. But that is exactly what it is. It's a meeting, so that the 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 cards can be laid on the table. You know, what we're wanting to do is we want to save the school. We want Gracefield to be as vibrant as it has always been, but it's going to take the community, the parents, the students, and the morale. We've got to rally around our school and take pride in our school and stop the bleed, stop the exiting, and stay there and do what we can to build it up.
Okay.
We don't need a negative energy. We need positive energy. We need togetherness. We need unity. Because the common goal is to save the school. I mean, I was educated in a community school, and my community school was a candidate of the same thing. Grand Ridge. I went to Grand Ridge from kindergarten through 12th grade, and the high school, it, because of the enrollment and the cost for running it, there was an elimination of the high school at Grand Ridge, and that was devastating.
Yeah,
It was,
sure.
and I don't want to see that happen to Grace.
Graceful has so much history. I mean, so many, you know,
yes, so much history.
people, yeah, good people have come out, out of Graceville, and it's a school where a lot of people take pride in for years. I mean, I know just from a little girl, being from Jacob, half of us went to Cottondale, but half of us went to Graceville, so it was split. And so it was always kind of like a rivalry between Cottondale and Graceville. But
It was a good.
yeah, it was a good rivalry. Yeah, good rivalry. So it was like, we all still kind of mingled together because we are in the same area on that side of the county, attending different functions, whether it games or whatever it was. So we had a relationship. So yeah, it would be hard to see anything, come of Graceville that's not positive.
Yes. Yes, and I don't even want to think about having to make a decision to discontinue it or to restructure it or downsize it, but and that's why I want to go to work right now.
Right now, yeah.
Right, right.
Well, good. So we clear. I want to make sure we're clear. Graceville School will remain open for 2022-2023 school year. So Cephas, let's just talk about this as we're closing. You're a candidate, and obviously a viable candidate for this position, and we wanted to just kind of let you just give us a moment to tell the audience why should you be the next school board member for District 1?
I think with my experience, my love for Jackson County, the fact that I am completely Jackson County grown, educated, employed. I mean, that's all I know is Jackson County. And my love for the positive outcomes for this district. I feel like I am the best and the only candidate that can occupy this seat on the board to help thrust Jackson County in the positive direction upward, to move us into the next decade of doctors and lawyers and good old plumbers and electricians and just good, viable citizens. One thing about it is ingrained in me is that in Jackson County, we are building a better community. And I would love to be a part or continue to be a part of that force or that team that is building this great community called Jackson County. Because regardless to what people may say, Jackson County is second to none. It is the best. And I want to help continue to make it the best.
Awesome. Awesome. Well, thank you for joining us here on Bottom Line with Roni and Byron. Viewers, you've heard it here. Getting to know the candidate. The candidate today was Cephas Granberry. He's running for a District 1 school board member for Jackson County. Look for his name on the ballot in the fall. Again, thank you for watching.
Thank you.